Hi, I'm Andy, a collection specialist at Credit Sage, and my goal is to help people learn how they can remove central portfolio control from their credit report, and actually in many cases without paying the debt at all. So if that's you or someone you know, I'm confident that you're going to walk away from this video knowing exactly what the next best step is for you to take. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't take action. For example, if you know or you believe that central portfolio control, or actually any of the accounts on your credit report are the result of identity theft, or have a wrong balance after you've already paid, or any other major issues that are really affecting your life, you may be owed a settlement. And in those situations, we work with a network of local attorneys that will work on your behalf at zero cost, win or lose, in addition to getting the accounts deleted permanently. But if there are no issues like that exist and you just want the account removed from your credit report, we're certainly happy to help with that too. You can give us a call. Our number is in the description area below, so you can find that there. Give us a call today. But what I want to do right now is go through some of the most important questions that we get about this company. And the first one that I have here, I think is really important. And that is, can you be arrested or get jail time for a debt with central portfolio control? And there's a reason I put this at the top of the list. And that is, I have a lot of callers that are terrified that this could happen. And I feel for them because, few people are really taught how credit and debt work in school. And myself included, I didn't know the answer to this question until I got into the business. And fortunately, the answer is, unless the debt is specifically related to unpaid taxes or unpaid child support, you cannot be arrested or get jail time. So you don't need to worry about that. And actually, the amount of the debt doesn't matter either. You could refuse to pay $1,000. You could refuse to pay $1 million. And it won't matter. You won't be arrested or get any jail time. So now, who is central portfolio control? And why are you seeing them on your credit report? So they are what's referred to as a debt collector or a credit collection agency. And what they do is they buy debts like unpaid accounts, credit cards or things like that, for example, and often for really cheap, and then they try to collect the full amount. Okay, so it works a little like this. So, for example, let's say you have an unpaid card with Capital One, and it's $1,000. Central portfolio control could, in theory, come along and buy that debt for just $100. But they don't try to collect that amount. They try to collect the full $1,000 from you, which would give them a 10x return on their investment. So, yeah, these companies can make a lot of money. And damaging your credit score by reporting the debt to your credit report is actually one of the primary strategies they have to get you to pay. But the thing is, and again, a lot of people don't know this, is that paying a debt on your credit report does not actually remove the account attached to it. That account will sit there for 7 years, damaging your score, whether it's paid or not. So, a lot of time, paying it isn't actually in your best interest and could just be a waste of money, Now, in rare cases, paying the debt can even hurt your score. So that's something to keep in mind. Now, in addition to credit reporting, they may, send scary letters. They may call a lot, even calling your family members and colleagues. And I stress here too, if a collector has ever threatened you or harassed you during non-business hours, you may be owed a lawsuit. So again, that's another case where you'd want to give us a call so we can connect you with a local specialist that will take action quickly. Question here is, should you negotiate a settlement with central portfolio control? So settling your debt with central portfolio control really depends on your goals. Typically, if you're wanting to improve your credit score, paying isn't really the best option. And the reason is, like I was talking about before, even if you pay the collection, it will remain on your credit report for 7 years, damaging your score that whole time. Instead, we always recommend working with an expert like us to come in and review these accounts for you. And if certain issues exist, well, then the accounts can be removed. And this is a win-win. You won't waste money paying a debt that won't help your score, and the negative account gets removed from your report. So it's quite perfect. Which is a perfect lead into the next question. How do you remove central portfolio control from your report? So this is how this works. So the Fair Credit Reporting Act gives every person the power to challenge information on their report. Okay? Sounds simple, but the knowledge required to do this is a bit more involved than it might seem. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't learn how to do it. I mean, please do, but be prepared to spend some time, weeks, maybe months, really learning how to do it properly. However, you, again, can hire a professional to handle it for you, and that way you can ensure that it's done properly the first time, saves you the headache, saves you the extra time. We're happy to take care of it for you. We have dealt with central portfolio control accounts many times, and they regularly have issues, and we've helped numerous clients deal with them, and we'd love to take care of it for you as well. How can you get central portfolio control to stop calling you? This is a good question. So, like we were talking about before, they will be calling you as an attempt to collect the debt they've purchased, which really means that the only reason that they're going to stop calling you is if you settle your debt with them, like we talked about, or you work with a company like ours to potentially have them removed from your report altogether. Will central portfolio control try suing or garnishing my wages? Another great question. So, central portfolio control suing is unlikely. It can happen. It does happen. I won't lie to you, but in our experience, it's rare. And really, the reason is that there are a lot of laws around how long they can sue for, what they can do if they win, and it's a long process. However, again, why risk it? If we're able to find certain issues with the account, they won't be able to collect it all, which is another benefit of using an expert. Let's see here. Oh, what are my rights when dealing with central portfolio control? So you have the right to dispute any of your debt that central portfolio control has purchased. Central portfolio control is governed by the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, the FDCPA, and like we were talking about before, the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Now, both of these can seem very complicated, but the bottom line is they provide a great deal of power to the consumer if you know how to use them properly. Now, if you don't have time to look into these and research these acts, not a problem. You can call us today. We would love to sit down and discuss your options with you. Again, I'll put our number in the description area below, and that's all I have today.